let's dive in and get to the first topic. So I think in general, what's always nice to see is the trend. Where are we at as a society, and how is AI pricing actually presented in the world? And as what you can see here is that AI pricing never had that much attention as where we are now. So we're quite steep curve in terms of the search queries that people want to know, like what is AI pricing? How can I use it? Is it something valuable to my business or whatsoever? And based on this information, we can already make some references, right? So because if we talk about a hype, and definition of a hype is that it becomes really popular quite quickly, but that we have not really identified, like, how is that value then eventually, how can we monetize on it, right? So how does it land to the organization? And that's a perfect way to introduce like the Gartner hype cycle, because what you see here is kind of the introduction of that cycle, right? So if you look at that cycle, then the beginning of the Gartner hype cycle is quite steep. So there's quite a lot of buzz around a specific word. People are looking for it. Organizations start to think about the capabilities that are in a specific technology or whatsoever, and then see if that can land for the organization. Although there is like a peak of expectations whatsoever, then they identify what the tooling can do for them as an organization. And of course, it's never straightforward. I buy the product today and I can use it tomorrow, and the monetization is the day after. It takes some time, of course, to understand the technology, the business, your own perspective, then bring that all together, get the nuance in, and then probably you will land somewhere. And then you get like the middle line, and that is kind of the continuation stage, and that can be slightly increasing, of course, each year, because the adoption is just continuing throughout the world and throughout the business cycle. For now, we of course identify that there's quite a steep growth in the attention towards AI pricing. We also identify that organizations start to understand that if your data is not yet really good organized, and that AI can become a challenge to use, and then it drops a kind of a little bit back. So there's less, let's say, hype across it, and then it gets into the normal phase. So what we try to pull out of this information as an understanding how we view the world, right, and how we see like the competitive field across pricing, and should we worried about circumstances? Then of course the answer is no. But what you do see is that once you have this steep of a increase in attention to a specific technology, then the technology has made its introduction, right? So it's here to stay. Some organizations can utilize the technology quite quickly. Others will be a little bit later, but this is no else with other technologies that have come to the forefront where businesses are working with. It's just good to understand and to be aware that, all right, we have made the introduction. People are aware that there are capabilities and possibilities of the deployment of AI in pricing, and now we are on our journey to see how we are going to land that in the business, and which like capabilities and spin-offs we can generate from that. And that is something that we like to elaborate, of course, on with you during this.